Buying Local. I'm your host, Mike Nelson from 5 Towers Media. Recording today from this is officially, guys, you didn't know this. This is officially our last episode here in my kitchen. We've been doing it for a year and a half now in my kitchen since we moved out of our office and went fully remote. And wow, my mic is very testy right now. But as we were talking about before we started, we're tearing the kitchen out. So can't be recording here while we're doing that. And of course, the studio's not done yet. So we're in a pickle.
We wanted to be on the finale, so.
Yeah? Right. Is that the send-off?
Oh, yeah.
So we're going to, it looks like we're going to be doing mostly Zoom, a little on location when we go to people's offices or wherever we go, but mostly going to be Zoom for the next couple of months. But the next episode we do live here on the farm will be in the new studio, so I got to get to work.
Great.
It is great.
We have a conference room if you need it.
That's true, you do.
Oh.
Two conference rooms. But you got that nice one across from the from the firehouse. Thank you.
Yeah.
Help yourself.
All right, I'll let you know. Careful what you offer up out there, folks. So just to do some introductions here for our guests today, we're joined by Casey Cornell from Cornell's Auto Parts. Used Auto Parts. I mean, what the official name's Used Auto Parts, right? But Auto Parts is.
Used Auto Parts, originally, we kind of morphed it into Auto Parts only, Cornell's Auto Parts.
Yeah.
We sell new and remanufactured, so.
Based out of Greenfield Center.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. And you're born and raised?
Yep.
That's nice. I'm a transplant. You're a transplant. Mike Colvett, everyone.
Yep.
Did you move in to the new digs?
Not yet.
Not yet.
Hopefully a week or two out.
Waiting on the closing?
Yep.
That's a process.
Sure is. This one's been an extra process.
Yeah. It's funny because when we closed here, I think our closing got pushed off 3 times. We were supposed to close and then got bumped. And supposed to close, got bumped.
Don't tell them that.
Don't tell them.
Please don't. I got everything lined up. Movers, renovators.
Oh my God.
It's
and the other one sold.
Yeah.
So
and you got to get out of there.
Yep.
You can come stay here. Our kitchen will be ripped up, but we got a barn. I mean, I got a few pigs out there, but they keep to themselves.
They take you up on that.
Oh my God, when we moved in here, my wife was pregnant. So, and we didn't do movers. I moved the whole thing by myself.
No good.
I couldn't even call any of my friends to help. I actually don't have any friends, so. But
I can't do that. I did it twice already. I'm done moving.
Oh my God, it's the worst.
Yep.
I know you guys listening can appreciate moving sucks.
Sure does.
Absolutely the worst.
Yep.
Maybe you want to plug the moving guys you got.
Oh, you got moving guys?
Yeah, moving made easy. Yep.
Oh yeah. What's his name?
John? Is it John?
Ouch. Jeez, I should know this. I did know. I actually used them years ago when I did some moving too. They're great. That was pretty awesome.
Yeah, it seems pretty. They came to my house, gave me a quote and everything. And
yeah.
It's easy.
Yeah, moving made easy.
And they'll pack your stuff too, right?
They did. I'm not going to have them do that, but save a couple extra bucks. But
yeah.
No, they will.
But they will, yeah. They'll pack it up for you, put it in the truck, bring it over, set it up. It's amazing service.
Absolutely.
I love what people do for money, man. I'll tell you. You know what I'm saying, though? That's one of my favorite things about small business owners and entrepreneurship is if you can think about something you don't want to do, guaranteed someone out there does it for money.
100%.
It's amazing.
Yep.
You identify a gap in the market and you move right into it, man. It's sweet.
Absolutely.
It's a beautiful thing. What a country.
They can have that market.
Yeah.
Not interested.
Nope, for sure.
So I know we're going to talk a little bit, obviously, about Cornell's, just for our folks out there that have not heard of Cornell's. But I know we're here specifically, though, to talk about some of the work that you guys do in the community, specifically with breast cancer awareness coming up. So, Casey, you want to just kind of give us the rundown real quick first about Cornell's, who you are, what you do?
Yeah, sure. Cornell's Auto Parts.
Is that for me?
Yeah. Started out in 1972. My dad started it selling parts to local people around town and stuff. And I got involved about 22 years ago. Took it over when he got ill. And never expected to be there, but I ended up there and it's been a great 20 plus years. Started out from just one guy, myself, and one other guy, and now we're 43 or so. How many have we got?
42.
42 employees. So exciting. It's been a great ride. Mike here's general manager. taking over some of the stuff I don't want to do anymore, and it's going good.
That's nice. See, I identified that gap in the market, right? Found, yeah. And Mike, you've got a bit of experience in the auto parts industry, right?
Yeah. I started about 15 years ago as a salesperson for Jerry Brown's Auto Parts out in Queensbury. They sold to a corporation. I left there. I went and worked remote for a few years for a yard out in Vermont, selling auto parts out of my house, and then moved over here. The whole remote thing wasn't for me.
I was going to ask.
It's tough.
It is tough.
So, but
you never get to leave work. It's always there.
It's always home.
Right? Like there's no retreat.
You find yourself, 7:00 at night, somebody messages you for a part, you walk in there, type it up, you don't have the separation.
Yeah.
Which now I don't either, but I like it a lot more. I enjoy what I do. I really do.
How's Casey to work for? He seems pretty tough.
Great. A lot of people, don't get him sometimes, but we've developed a great relationship over the last few years, and he's probably one of the nicest, most genuine guys I know, and his family's great, and they accepted me in, and it's been great these last few years. I truly do what I enjoy every day. Yeah. So it's not a job. You go to work, you hang out with your family, and that's really it. It's good.
There's a statistic out there that like you spend more time with people you work with than you do your actual family.
Oh, yeah.
I'm sure it helps to enjoy that time.
Yeah. No, we definitely got a great crew. It took some time, but everybody there is there for the right reason, and it's kind of we're going through an EOS. We're implementing EOS.
Yeah.
And it really makes you sit down and people analyze.
Mm-hmm.
And right now we got a great crew, good core values. We're going in the right direction for sure. And
for those of you listening that don't know and own a business, you might want to listen up here. EOS is Entrepreneur Operating System. Gino Wickman is the creator of that. It's a pretty amazing system. I've worked with a few companies over the years. There's a great book that Gino wrote called Traction. We had Dave Borland in here maybe a month or two ago talking about EOS. Are you guys working with Borland, right?
Yeah, he's our guy.
I love Dave. He's nice. He's a pretty funny guy.
Yeah, great guy.
And he knows his stuff. Obviously, I mean, he's been in it for sure from a business standpoint. Do you think it's Casey's dry sense of humor? Is that the thing that? Because as I've been getting to know him over the last year-ish that we've been working together, I'd like every once in a while he says something and I'm like, oh, he's messing with me right now.
Yeah. Every once in a while you get the side smirk. That's when you know.
That's how you know it's a joke and not serious. I wanted to ask you too, Case. Second generation.
Yep.
Was that tough coming on board and taking over from your dad?
It would have been. I mean, it was yes, because you got your dad used to do this, or he did it this way. I mean, a little bit, but we changed the business model pretty quickly.
Yeah.
So the people that came around to, pick their own headlight bulb or something, like those people weeded out pretty fast. So in the beginning, yes, it was tough. Now it's not. It's gone now.
It's not as tough. Yeah. I'm just always curious about that because I've seen. And I always think it's really cool, like when you see a second generation business owner really take a business that their parents built and then really bring it to a whole nother level, which it seems that's what you guys have done. And no disrespect to the first generation in any of those situations. They, first generation and second generation have different problems, right? Like first generation, you're scrapping, you're doing all you can, and then you get a business that's usually pretty chaotic, I would imagine, when you take over, right? Not a lot of systems, more like a lot of stuff in people's heads. And then second generation comes in, has got to learn the chaos and learn how it, and then improve upon that. Just a whole other set of problems, but always fascinating to watch.
I think when you come in and there's not systems, it makes you realize so fast how there's got to be a different way to do this that makes more sense and that I can keep track of. And I had some corporate background in insurance company. Mm-hmm. So computers were on the verge of jumping into auto recycling. So I kind of grabbed it all and started plugging it in, and it just changed everything so fast.
Yeah. Yeah. Hopefully made it easier, right? Just a different set of problems. Different brand of chaos.
It's always good to get that new idea too, The old generation, new generation, they got different ideas. They got different processes that they would do to complete the same task. So we kind of feed off that. We're always looking for the next great idea.
Yeah.
So
The vehicles have changed a lot too. So things that you could do 25, 30 years ago, you don't do anymore. You would break the part, so that has changed, and the tools have changed. Everything's changed.
Continuing to change. Now with EVs, that's a whole nother ball of wax, I bet, for you guys.
Yeah.
we're dodging them for now.
Dodging them as much as you can, yeah. It's we'll see how all that stuff plays out. So let's talk about what you're doing. You guys do a bit of work in the community, first of all. So it's not just the one that we're talking about today, but obviously October's coming up. This episode's going to come out right around the beginning of October, and we'll have a nice little article in the paper as well about it. But tell us about what you're doing with the raising awareness and funds to help Charles Wood, right?
Yeah. So it kind of stems off an idea we did back in the Jerry Brown's days. It's been going on for years, and last year, few people close to us were diagnosed with cancer, so we started really digging into raising money for the American Cancer Society, the breast cancer awareness, stuff like that. So, last year, October, we started the breast cancer awareness shirts, where all the proceeds go towards the Charles R. Wood at Glens Falls Hospital. So
I'm wearing one.
Reached out to Vicky over there, and she's been great. You don't know what you don't know. So I thought, hey, breast cancer awareness, there's just, let me donate the money.
Yep.
Well, it turns out with Vicky, she messaged me back and was like, where do you want to put the money? There's 5 different programs.
Oh, wow.
So some are to help with the food for, the people suffering. And there's some that are helping, pay for the co-pays and the bills. And there's just multiple ways to put the money and donate. So it's definitely been a great process, and it makes you feel, good that you're helping out, giving back. So we do that in the October. So we're starting that now. So if you do want a shirt, come by Monday through Friday, 8 to 5, Cornell's Auto Parts. They're $20 a piece. And like I said, all of it goes towards proceeds for the C.R. Wood Cancer Society. We also do the golf tournament for the American Cancer Society. So every Wednesday we're golfing 9 holes and
Drive out for cancer.
Yeah.
So as much as we can, we always try to get back.
Yeah. And now this is, obviously there's no want for charities that you can donate money to. I'm sure you guys get a lot of calls for a lot of different things. Cancer just had such an impact on you guys, just from people that's why you go in that sector, or is...
Well, I think we kind of got in this sector from the drive out cancer that we kind of stumbled into with Miller.
Yep.
They're a big donator to that cause. So I think it was just last year we said, let's do some shirts for October.
Yeah.
I think I saw one somewhere or whatever, but we try to do certain things like maybe 4 times a year, different causes. We've done Double H, we've done cancer, we've done
Franklin Community Center.
Yep. Folds of Honor. So we try to kind of spread that around. But I mean, obviously we all know people that have cancer.
Yeah, these days.
Yeah. I mean, I know people that have it right now. I know people that we've lost, people that have gotten over it. So it's pretty close to a lot of us.
Yeah, real close to home. It's crazy how many people are getting cancer these days.
Yeah, you don't realize it. And there's a ton of programs out there for help. I think that's the biggest thing we need to get out there is there's a ton of programs that will help you, your family, bills stack up. Like it's crazy. There's a lot of charities out there.
Yeah. Sure. How do you, now, you said kind of spread around a little bit, you choose different ones each year. Like, do you evaluate, like, how do you choose who you're going to work with each year to year to year?
I mean, we're fortunate to know a lot of people around, so we kind of, by association, we pick a charity. We do some other fundraising in our PRP group that we're in, and we usually give that to a more national charity every year. And for those, we look at, how much dollars actually go back to the cause, because sometimes there's some charities out there that take 90% of it and they give 10 to the cause.
Yeah, it's pretty wild.
So we haven't had to really deal with that in this situation. But I think it's usually we know somebody who knows somebody. That's how we end up picking the cause.
The power of the networking. Excuse me.
Absolutely.
What as I was getting ready for this, one of the things I was thinking about was with the things that you guys have done in the past, like, are there any examples of like anyone in the community that like that you've helped to impact, or like, we talk about connecting those dollars back to local stuff and people we know and trying to help people in certain ways. Like, do you know of, do they ever share that information with you, or I know you have some kind of sense of where the money goes for what kind of help it provides, but not necessarily who it goes to?
No. Yeah, no, we don't really know who exactly it goes to. We just hope that it gets spread out and helps everybody as much as it can.
I guess with all the HIPAA laws around that stuff these days, it's not like they're going to say, Although I know they do that, like I feel like I just saw like with organ donors, they do that sometimes. I just had a buddy donate a kidney, and he got to meet the recipient afterwards. I thought that was pretty cool.
That's pretty cool. Yeah.
That way, if you ever walk by someone and you feel weird, a little tingle or something, right? Like, hey, that guy's got my kidney. Oh man, what? As you guys are looking to do this, what do you think's the biggest challenge or obstacle that you face when you're trying to raise money? You're trying to sell shirts to raise money to what are some of the things that get in the way of that?
I don't know if too many obstacles get in the way. It's just you want to sell the most you can to help out the organization. You just want to keep promoting it, and we have 42 employees, so a lot of them will buy a shirt. Just to get out of that network, giving them to the drivers to sell on the road to the customers. It's just, you just don't want to fail it.
Yeah.
You purchase 100 shirts and you sell 70. Like, that's not, it's good. It's still going to charity, but I want to sell all 100.
Yeah.
Maybe I want to order more to sell more, so it's, that's the biggest obstacle. It's just making sure you don't fail at your goal. Same thing with the car show, Folds of Honor. I went in there, I wanted to raise $10,000.
Yeah.
And you just keep promoting it. And if I came in under, it's still a good cause. You're still donating a lot of money, but we were fortunate enough to come in over and all that. So
how much you raise?
$10,550.
Nice.
In a rainy, crappy day.
Yeah, that was kind of bad weather.
Yep.
And that was for the auto show we're talking about specifically, right?
Yep. Yeah. In early May. First weekend of May.
So these guys, if you're listening, if you don't know, and you haven't been, so they do an auto show every year over at Cornell's in Greenfield. And they had, you guys had, I know 2 years ago you had a great turnout, you had great weather. Yep. This year, obviously, it was pouring freaking rain.
Oh, yeah.
You had some tents and stuff. And that goes to Folds of Honor, you said?
Yep. So all that went to Folds of Honor. We do 50-50, all the cars register. We had great food sales because we're all tucked nice and close under our tent, so all they could do was eat because it was raining so bad. So that helped. But I think this year will be good. I'm thinking about running it back again for them, so we'll give them a full go at it.
Yeah, and pray for better weather, right? Yeah. Do the cars still come out in the rain?
Some do.
Yeah.
The diehards do.
They're not putting the hoods up though, right? And the doors open.
I think we had 60.
Yep, just over almost 70.
You still had that many cars?
Yep.
Even with the weather?
Even with the weather.
Wow.
The year before, we had 180. So
wow, that's a lot of cars, man.
Yeah.
That is a lot of cars.
A lot goes into that, too. So it's not just, let's have a car show on Saturday. We're going to start planning here probably about December, January.
Yeah, start getting ready for it. There's a lot of moving pieces.
Yeah.
How many cars do you have out back?
Last I checked the other day, there was almost 1,700.
Wow.
Yep.
And are there any ones that you rotate those in and out, right? It's not like there are always that many cars, or there's not ones that are sitting there for 10 years or something along those lines.
No, in and out. It's a constant rotation. So when we buy 10 this week, 10 go out this week, pretty much, or like I said, about 16.
So we got to make room for those.
Your industry is fascinating to me, by the way. The whole buying part of it, where you have to sit there and you have to find these things, and you have to know. I would be lost. I wouldn't know what I'd be like. Oh yeah, this looks good, man. But you're literally, I assume anyway, just from our conversations, that you're trying to buy a car that you're going to be able to get the most parts out of, right? To make the most amount of money off that car. Also, and just like when you're buying a car, you're trying to get it as cheap as you can. Right. Meanwhile, you're bidding against everybody around the country.
Different countries. Oh yeah, exporters. Yep. I was buying this today, and you see Afghanistan and Berlin. Like, I mean, you're the world. You're competing against the world.
That is wild.
Yep.
Like, how do you manage that? Like, how do you, like, do you have a formula? Like, how does that, when you're looking at cars, like, how do you know which ones are a good buy and a bad buy?
There's a computer program we use.
Yeah.
To sort out. It looks at what we have in stock, what we've sold, and what we need, and then it ranks the cars by by those qualifications. So
that's wild.
Yeah.
So, because when you first started saying that, I was like, well, doesn't everybody? But everybody has different needs as far as what they're looking for, parts they're looking for, and all those things. So a car might be worth more to you than it's worth to someone in Afghanistan, and vice versa. That's interesting.
Yeah. It's definitely a lot that goes into it.
Do you ever like get really pissed?
Well,
like you don't get a car that you're trying to bid on, and
yeah, it's frustrating. But you don't just push the button until you lose money.
Right.
You got to go on to the next one.
You got to move on. Yeah. Well, right. You got to not get emotional, or try not to anyway, right? So that you can keep your head on the next car. And so so you said, I guess, help me understand, like, to unpack what makes a car like orders you already have in the system.
No, it looks at our past orders.
Okay.
Not something we're waiting for, but say a newer Silverado pickup. We sell all the transmissions. So if we're out of a transmission, it's going to rate that transmission very high and say, you're out of this, you need it. So it'll give that truck a higher score when it lists the auction.
Is that a common issue with Silverados, by the way? I have a Silverado.
Yeah. What year?
2017.
Yep. Sure.
Yeah.
We got
you got a transition.
We got you covered. Remanufactured if you want, used, low mileage, mid mileage. You tell us what you want. We'll take
something about those Chevy transmission. It's actually, man, I was actually at ABC Transmission not too long ago because my previous car before I bought this truck, transmission was going on it. And he's like, oh yeah, he's like, we see these things all the time.
Yep.
Come on, Chevy.
It's not just Chevy.
No.
It's a lot of different cars.
Is this like the whole functional obsolescence thing? Like you're just building things to break now?
I mean, that could be part of it. And the more everything's computer controlled.
Yep.
And then they don't get reflashed or reprogrammed. They don't get updated.
Okay.
When things wear and then people just keep driving them, it takes them out.
He might have said that there was a little bit of silver in the transmission fluid, which I didn't know what that meant at first, but it sounds like metal shavings.
Coloring.
Yeah.
Don't worry about that.
Just coloring. Yeah, no, it's fine. Everyone's fine with that stuff. Just, I don't know. It was skipping because it was happy.
Yep, that's right.
So 17, I'm just trying to think about this whole thing of managing and balancing 1,700 cars, or like, do you ever get well above that?
No, because it's like we filled this table with beer cans.
Yeah.
We can only fit so many on the table. So when we get a new one over here, we got to take one off over there and slide them all over.
Yep.
So,
and what about, like, do you guys crush them up? Like, do you crush them into those, like,
they get
mafia movie style?
They get flattened like a pancake.
Flattened like a pancake?
Yeah.
And then you sell it for salvage or like
scrap weight.
for scrap weight? Yeah.
Yep.
So, but you still get to sell it though, right? It's not like that's pretty sweet. I'm always fascinated also by businesses that have a way to sell a product out, but also the byproduct of the service or the product that you make. Like I always use the example of trees. Like the tree guy comes, he cuts down your tree, and then he gets to like mulch up all the shavings and stuff like that. But you get charged for that. And then this tree guy gets to take that and gets to sell those wood chips to somebody else. I'm like, that's amazing. Good for them. I was talking to a guy out on the West Coast on our other podcast, Blue Collar Startup, and he does grease traps. So he goes into like restaurants and like cleans out grease traps. And then he takes the brown grease and he sells it for like biofuel, and they make it into, I think one of the things he said was like jet fuel or something like that, like some of it. And it was like, yeah, well, it's like, that's wild to me. Like, I'm obviously made some bad decisions since high school because I don't have that in my business. And like, He gets paid to come in and get rid of that grease for these guys, and then he gets to take the grease and resell it. I just think that's just fascinating.
It's a double whammy.
Whenever you get a business like that, I think it's amazing. I think that it just builds resilience in your business, so that it's,
That's a pretty gross job.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, the grease traps. Oh yeah, he's crushing it out there too, man. He's a powerhouse. He's really interesting guy. He's absolutely crushing it. He's basically covering the whole state of Washington and starting to move out into the east. It's grease traps, man.
That and the moving job, they can go away from me. I don't need that.
It's those services, right? Like, not a lot of people want to do that stuff, and if you're willing to go in and get your hands dirty, like,
Yep, have at it.
So is the on that line? I'm just curious. Is the ratio of cost to buy the car versus cost of the scrap? It's not 1-to-1, I would assume, but
No.
A 10th to 1 or.
Well, it's a volatile market, changes every day.
Yeah.
So I don't really play the market on the scrap side. Like, that's our garbage. Basically, it's our byproduct. Yep. What we get, we get. When we don't have room to store it anymore, we got to get rid of it. So what it brings, it brings. But it can go, 8 years ago, I guess it's longer than that now, 10 or 12 years ago, scrap cars was at $340 a ton, something like that. Right now it's about 110.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
But I can remember when I was a kid, like my dad had 500 or 600 cars in a pile, and I can remember him saying, "Man, it's at like $28. If it could just get to 30, like that was a big deal."
A ton.
Yeah, a ton.
Wow.
So we're not in a super horrible place to get rid of our garbage for $110 a ton.
Yeah.
So
What's
it's not a factor in buying that part.
No, because you can't. Because if you buy a $10,000 Range Rover, you're still going to get the same a ton as you are the $1,000 car.
But you're going to pay more for the Range Rover on the front end. Yeah, those parts are a lot more expensive. Do you like? I was just thinking about it when you were saying it. I'm like, man, we like save our cans and take them back for a little bit extra money, right? You do stuff. I'm like, you could save cars up for a while and then send yourself on vacation or something, or buy some new shoes. I don't know. Is that your strategy? You let them pile up and then
we pile them up. We pile up. I think the last month we crushed 700 or 800 of them.
Holy moly!
So we definitely pile them up, and then we just put that money towards new cars.
Yeah, just put it back in the kitty.
Yep.
So so to talk about your business a little more too, because I kind of jumped away from that a little earlier than I should have, but you had mentioned, like you don't do like the headlight light bulb thing, or like kind of small one-off parts. So who are the kind of people, or what are the kind of businesses that you're doing or business you're working on right now? What does that look like?
Our main buyer is your ABC transmission, those kind of guys, repair shops, body shops, dealerships. We run 6 delivery trucks a day from pretty much Plattsburgh to Albany or Newburgh,
Yep.
all the way up and down the thruway, Northway. Mm-hmm. And then we go out as far as like short of Utica, and then all the way over into Vermont, Bennington, North Adams, Mass, Rutland. So we cover a big territory, wholesale shops.
Yeah.
Then we have our, walk-in people that need it. We'll sell a tail light or something like that to a guy. A mirror broke off on his mailbox. Mm-hmm. But the small stuff, you can't afford to pull it and pay somebody to pull it, and it doesn't work.
So you're not doing the whole it's out back, go find it.
No.
Can't do that anymore.
I mean, no, I imagine there's too many liability issues at this point. Someone goes out there and cuts their hand or something, or drops a truck on them.
Well, you can get by that part. There's insurances and waivers, and there are U-pullets. That's a thing. We don't really have a population here for it.
Yeah.
And, you don't turn a guy loose looking for a door handle and he tears apart your $1,000 door.
Yeah.
That's going to go to Cold's Collision tomorrow or something.
Yeah.
So you have to kind of pick a lane there.
I was just thinking about the last time God, it must have been 20 years ago. The last time I went to buy parts when I was still trying to do my own work. I can't even change my own freaking battery anymore. They're so complicated. I think I might have said that to you guys before. Like, I tried to change the battery on my Traverse, and then I go to get it off, and there's 17 connections, and I'm like, what the hell is all this?
Yeah.
Can't even change my own battery.
It's the way of the world now.
Holy moly, man.
Yep.
But I remember the guy, I was so intimidated. He's like, it's out back. You know, he like gave me directions where it was like, you're going to go out, there's going to be a stump, you're going to take a right, you're going to go back about 10 cars or so. You can't miss it. It was like for Honda Civic or something, right? It's like, it's going to be back there, you know, just get whatever you need out of it. I'm like what the hell?
That's how my dad did it.
I don't even have a screwdriver with me, you know, like that, let alone know how to do it. I did it.
No, we got 4 guys that'll pull it for you. I got 6 to 7 that'll clean it for you. You know, another 6 to 7 that'll deliver it to you. So
yeah, well, that's something I know now too. You guys, like, you're not just. It's, you know, my thought about what used auto parts was like. You know, you're grabbing some old dusty, you know, part right off of some wrecked, rusted up something or other. But you guys are pulling parts. You're washing them. Like, tell me a little bit about that whole process.
yeah, so I mean, the car will come in. You know, the engine's sold. We'll pull the engine for you. You know, tag it. It'll go up to our QC process. Gets looked over. All the cut wires are getting off of it, so it's not looking like it came from a scrapyard. You know, it's getting pressure washed, cleaned, and capped off nice, so there's water not getting in there, and sprayed off nice and polished, and you know,
Strapped on a pallet.
you know, strapped on a pallet, and it's going on our truck, and you know, you're going to get a nice engine on a pallet that's, you know, 98% of the time going to be run tested. It comes with a 6-month warranty. We stand behind all of our parts. Yeah, it's not like you said, you're not going to go to the stump, make a right, and go over there in the pile and pick something out.
Right.
It's totally different.
It's not going to be like in the plastic new, but it's going to be pretty damn close, just not in the plastic from what I've seen.
Yeah.
Right? Is that fair?
We try. That's what we try to do, yes.
Yeah. What happens in the case where you can't get it there?
Well, depending on the age of what it is, you can't get there.
Yeah.
You know, if it's a 15-year-old Silverado part and it's got some rust on it, you know, we'll do the best to clean it up we can. Maybe sometimes try a little spray paint. Just get it as close as we can, but you have to have an expectation, I guess. If it's 15 years old, it's not going to look brand new.
Right.
Especially in the North Country.
What do you mean?
Yeah.
That salt is good for that stuff. And you guys have some environmental stuff that you do too, right? Like as far as like being a green organization and trying to help the environment as much as you can, which I'd imagine is a challenge when it comes to wrecked auto cars that you're pulling parts from. Can you tell me a little bit about how that works?
So yeah, the cars come in, you know, they get set in a certain spot. Nothing goes out back in the backyard that has any fluids in it. You know, we use all the fluids, all the oils and stuff like that for heating in the winter. We have a big storage tank.
Which I think is also amazing. This goes back to that whole wood chip pile thing, right? It's like, you know, you've got all these waste things and you're finding a use for them. I love it.
Yeah. All the other waste we can't use gets, you know, purchased by another company. Not sure really what they do with it, but, you know, it gets sucked out of our holding tanks and goes there. And, you know, we have a company called Vet. They come twice a year. They, you know, walk through. You know, we send them water samples. You know, we have certain runoffs in certain areas of our yard. We send them samples, so we're all, you know, abiding by their, you know,
their regulations.
In the old days, and even before my dad's time, when wrecking yards started, people would just flip them on their side and just tear out what they wanted. Everything would run on the ground, and there was a lot of environmental messes surrounded around salvage yards, which they called junk yards back then.
Yeah.
It's not like that anymore. Everything's taken part inside, controlled environment, and once it's clean and everything's out of it, outside it goes. So very different.
Yeah. I'm wondering, you know, it just made me think of that, like, about the good part of this for like your average consumer, right? Like, cause you know, I know you guys were talking about you sell mostly to wholesale or to auto body shops, mechanic shops, and they're looking for used parts or used engine. Obviously, I'd imagine it's cheaper, right, than buying new. That's one of the big reasons why those guys would do it. And is that like if I get in a wreck, can I go in and be like, hey, can we source used parts as opposed to new parts? Is that an option when people go into auto body shops or mechanics?
Insurance companies help us out with that.
Okay.
They
prefer it, I
they
imagine.
require that they write used or in some cases aftermarket first. A lot of the dealers will, like GM will match a lot of times used price or aftermarket price. But I mean, as far as what we do for the consumers is a cost savings.
Yeah.
Your Silverado tranny, if you went to the dealership, that transmission's probably $5,200, $6,200, something like that. We can sell you a remanufactured one, $3,250, I believe.
Yeah.
And used, depending on mileage, anywhere from $1,800 to $2,500. So, when you start at the new price of $6,250, we cut it more than in half. So we're saving you money. I've had talks with other people in the industry, like, say they did try to shut all of us down. What do they do with all the old cars? They have to go somewhere.
Yeah.
Would
they try that? Like, are there pushes for that to try to get rid of?
Not currently, but you hear rumbles of they're trying to get rid of all combustion engines. So that's a big part of our sales is engines.
Yeah,
number one seller. That's a big deal for us. So
selling engines, like whole engines.
Yeah. Yep. Number one seller.
Number one.
Yep. Makes up about 50%, I think, of our sales.
That's wild. Why is it that? I would have thought it would have been like auto body stuff, like doors and tailgates and all the shit that I always did.
I mean, that's the other 50%. Just the one single part would be an engine as our top seller.
Yeah. Engines one, transmissions two.
Yep.
If you figure doors, a really expensive door is maybe $1,000, $1,200.
Mm-hmm.
Your average transmission or engine is $2,000. So that's why it's partially why it's number one seller.
Oh, God, yeah.
Dollar value,
not necessarily quantity. Yeah. Okay, because I'm like sitting here, I'm like, why would all these people need engines, man? That's freaking wild. Like head-on collision, you need a new engine?
No, 90% of that is because they don't take care of them.
And they don't change the oil and they seize up?
Yep.
Change your oil, folks.
Yeah, really.
Nowadays, engines, the tolerances are so tight. If you don't service them, all the passages start plugging up. And once they do, oil doesn't get where it belongs and it's all over.
So when I go into the mechanics and they tell me that no oil came out when they pulled the nut on the oil pan,
that's a bad day.
That's bad.
Yeah.
It's probably a good thing, good indicator I'm going to need a new engine at some point.
Yeah.
I don't do that.
Why don't you call your friends over at Cornell's Auto Parts?
That's right.
That's what that means.
I need a new engine.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Casey, well, both of you guys, like, obviously, not to throw New York State under the bus, but running a business in New York State is freaking hard, right? And I think anyone that's running a business in New York State knows that it's one of the toughest states to run a business in. I always say, like, if you can run a business and be successful in New York State, you can do it anywhere and crush it.
Maybe not California.
Yeah, they're like New York and California kind of run neck and neck with who's the hardest on small business owner, or any size business owner for that matter. Outside of New York State, what are some of the bigger challenges that you guys are seeing with what you do?
Well, I mean, inside New York State, though, it's still tough. Like, we can't sell used airbags in New York State. They've been fighting that for 30 years now.
You can sell them in other states?
Yeah.
Every other state.
Every other state.
If they have not been deployed?
Yep. Vermont can call me. I could sell them an airbag, send them an airbag tomorrow. New York, can't sell a single one.
Why not?
I don't know. It's good.
That's a good question.
That's what you got to ask those guys in Washington.
It's a state law.
Yep.
It's not Washington. It's Albany.
Well,
yeah. Come on, Kathy.
We're part of the Automotive Recyclers Association of New York. we've been fighting that battle in Albany for years. We thought we had traction on it last year. It was going pretty well, and it got totally shut down, and enough that I don't think we're going to fight it anymore. It's just, it doesn't make sense to fight it. We're the only state out of 50 that can't sell one. How is this so hard? We've wasted so much money on it.
And what they found out is they just don't understand what we do. That's the main thing, is they just don't get it.
Right.
They don't see the value.
But they're passing laws about it, though, aren't they?
Yeah.
I don't want to turn this into that kind of podcast, but I'm just saying. I have some opinions here, guys. What other kind of challenges do you guys see? Like from a general business standpoint, day to day?
I mean, for a while we were having a lot of staffing challenges. That's been actually very well now. COVID, with all the free pay and all that went on in the world, kind of really took a hurting on staffing.
Yeah. People didn't need to go to work.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. And then I think people thought, well, maybe they'll give us another round, and they kind of waited it out. And I think most people have come back to the reality that you have to work to get paid now. And we've been trying to work on our culture and get better people and make sure that they understand the goals that we have and what we're looking to do and where we're going. And I think that's all.
Getting them to buy in is really the biggest thing. Is and that's what this EOS journey is taking us on. Like, just sometimes you work for a company, they're not open. You don't know where they want to go. You don't know what they want to do. Or we set goals, and EOS is telling us to let all the employees know the goals, so they can help you get there. Because if they don't know, they don't care.
Yeah.
So it's getting, we're getting ready. We haven't even, implemented it fully to our staff yet. We're planning on, doing that here shortly. But it's definitely an eye opener, and it's just getting everybody buy in, getting them all on the same page. What we do, why we do it, who we do it for. So,
isn't it wild how impactful that kind of stuff can be on business? Like, it used to, we'll say 20 years ago, right? Most time you hire an employee and it's like, just do your job. That's why you're here, right? I'm going to be giving you money. And then now it's people want to know why they're doing it and what they're working. Like, they need to feel like they're working towards something. And in a lot of cases, working towards something as a team. Like, what are we doing other than just showing up to work every day?
Yeah. They want to be, this new generation wants to be a part of the growth.
Yeah.
That's what it is. It's
the plan too. They want to be part of the plan, and they want to have input. And I can't say it's a bad thing.
Yeah.
No. It's definitely a culture change. Like you said, 15 years ago, I was selling car parts. I knew that I was going to go in. I was going to sell car parts. Every now and then they'd say, "Hey, load the delivery truck. Go pull apart." Like, it didn't matter. I was working. I was getting paid. Now it feels like they want, structure. They want to know what they're doing every day. And so it's.
Yeah, they're not just trading their time for money anymore.
No.
It's more than that.
Yeah.
And I sometimes struggle putting my thumb on it, right? But it's like, it's just more. They don't just want a job. They want something else. They want a job with purpose.
Yeah. Newer generation likes more time off than pay. Come find out.
It's interesting. I actually,
very interesting.
I think 3 or 4 years ago, I was trying to, I'm a Gen Xer, right? So, like, to me, I've always been motivated by promotions and raises from a financial standpoint when it came to jobs. And so, like, if someone offered me, my dog's in the background, when someone offered me the opportunity for a raise and a promotion, like, okay, that's growth. That's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to get to that next spot. And recently, like just a couple of years ago, I was doing that same thing with my team. Like, okay, I'm going to offer you a promotion. You're going to accept more responsibility. Your job is going to change, and I'm going to give you a pay raise in return. And they were like, no, I don't really want that. And I was like, what? Like, what do you mean?
No, thank you.
Legitimately, they're like, yeah, no, I don't really want more responsibility. I don't really want more money. And so then I was like, what the hell do I do? Like, I need to grow my company, and I need the people inside my company to grow. So how do I do this? And so I started having conversations with them, and I'm like, so what is, like, do you want stewards gift cards? Like, what do you want? And every one of them, to your point, said PTO.
Yep. Everyone.
Every single one of them. I want PTO. And I was like, that's wild. All right. You don't want a raise. You don't care about a promotion, title, any of that bullshit. You want
Just give me
PTO.
an extra day off.
Give me a paid day off or lots of them. So we enacted this whole PTO policy and ways to either earn PTO or whether it was like we did a personal excellence program. So we would work with you to set goals personally and professionally for the year. And we would assign a PTO value to them. So if you achieved that goal, you would earn this amount of PTO. And that was and it didn't even have to be a work goal. Like what one of my people wanted to like read 50 books in a year or something like that. I was like, all right, well, here's the PTO value if you read all those books. And they loved it. And then the other thing we did too was, so you can work up to, and this was part of our retention, you can work up to 4 weeks of PTO every single year, right? So it's like you can get a month off. You got to put your time in with it. You got to be with us for 5 years to get that month off.
Yep.
And you can't take it all at once because that would totally screw our workload. But you can take a week or 10 days and you've got 4 weeks of PTO at that point. So it's, and they loved it. It was huge. We actually have our first employee now that is taking advantage of all that stuff. And she's hitting that 5-year mark. And it's the first time in my life I've got a 5-year employee.
Nice.
So,
congrats.
Hey, but to your point though, PTO,
That's it.
that's the thing. They would take less money.
Yep.
It's wild.
It's
Me, I'm like, give me all the money. I'm going to work, 100-hour work week anyway. Might as well make more doing it. I don't know. Wild. Casey, how many, 20 what years? 27?
No, 22,
22.
maybe 23. It's getting blurry.
It's getting blurry. Yeah, well, we're getting older. Brain fog. What do you think the most unexpected lesson you've learned in that time is?
Oh, wow. You didn't have this on the cheat sheet.
I did. I just read it from there.
You didn't show me the cheat sheet.
I sent you a picture. You didn't have your glasses on.
Didn't have my glasses on. I couldn't even read that.
Or it could be just the biggest lesson. Like, obviously, I'm sure you're learning things all the time in business, and especially as it changes. But is there one overall thing that kind of jumps out at you?
Well, yeah. I mean, when I came into this, I was 28 years old, I think. And you might have a tendency to overreact on things. So now I have people say to me, wow, Michael say to me, you didn't even get mad. Well, what for? Like, what does it do? Get mad, yell, swear, throw things? It doesn't help. So
Raise your blood pressure.
Turns out
Yeah.
it does nothing good. Yeah.
it does nothing. So I think that the biggest lesson is whatever comes at you, you handle it, take a breath, and try to correct it. But getting mad, throwing a fit doesn't help.
Yeah.
Patience. It's definitely key.
Yeah. Were you a hothead when you were younger?
Yeah.
Because, I mean, I've only known you for a year or two, right? So, like, you seem pretty calm every time I'm around you.
I mean, it's easy to be when you got a baby at home, a wife at home, you take over this business, you're scraping, and, something goes wrong. It affects you. Right now, the guy can break a $1,000 headlight right now. Well, okay, broke it. Back then, that might have been like the sale of the week.
Yeah.
And you take it differently. So I guess I was kind of a hothead back then.
We got him to admit it on air.
Yeah,
Everybody.
it's okay.
Yeah, you can call it hothead. You can call it passionate, right? I mean,
Yeah. No, listen, young in my career, I was definitely a hothead. I used to think that's how you were supposed to deal with situations. Is you were supposed to get pissed, yell, scream, make whoever made the mistake feel bad about themselves and, question their reality. Like, I thought, you watch TV, that's what happens, right? So you think that that's what's supposed to go on. And then
I would get even madder if the person didn't get mad that I was yelling at. They'd be like, oh, that would make me even madder.
yeah, because they just seem not to care about something that obviously had a big impact on you.
Yep.
Impact's huge.
well, they don't know, right?
Right.
They think you sell, for round numbers, they think you sell $1 million. Well, they think, Casey gets $1 million, right?
Mm-hmm.
They don't look at the payroll. They don't look at the insurance. They don't look at how much it costs to buy the car. They don't look at any of that. It's whatever we sell, Casey must get it all.
Yeah.
So, but it's not the case. And, like he said, back in the day, that $1,000 headlight could have been, are you eating steak or ramen noodles that week?
Yeah, or not eating at all.
Or not eating at all.
Or not paying the natty grid bill
Yeah.
or whatever it is. I always say that, like, with entrepreneurs. I'm like, most entrepreneurs I've ever talked to at one point in their career were sitting there trying to figure out how they were going to pay that national grid bill. And they were stressed out about it, man. Like, I mean, I've been there more times than I'd like to admit. And most guys and girls, it's tough, man. That is real stress. That, like, when you can't think about anything else other than the problem that's facing you, and then you've got people breaking stuff and making and it's just like, oh my God, man. It's wild. It's a lot of stress. It is hard to be a small business owner.
Very, yeah.
Hard.
Now Mike hides all the broken stuff from
Now, yeah. And even harder to be their general manager, let me tell you.
Yeah, you're caught in the middle for sure.
Oh, man. One question I'm trying to start asking everybody, and I know we're getting close on time, but as you're looking out into the community, people like, who is someone that's doing something locally that's interesting or is having impact?
Like a certain company or certain people? Or?
It could be anything. Yeah, it could be business-wise. It could be just a person. I'm just, who's someone right now that's up to something that you think is cool, or they're doing some really good work in the community? I know this is a thinker.
I mean, I know that, like I said earlier, the Bill Miller Performance Industrial guys, they do a lot for a lot of charities.
Yeah.
They're great guys, Sean and Bill.
I keep trying to get Bill on the podcast. He just laughs at me.
Really?
Yeah.
I feel like this would be right up his alley.
He said you would think, right?
Yeah.
He'd be fun.
He likes to talk.
He'd be laughing that loud laugh he's got, Great.
Yeah.
Give them some neutrals.
Tell him you gamble with them.
That's it. I know. I've had some real fun with those guys, and they do, to your point, they do a lot of great stuff in the community too.
Yeah, and I think it's, I can't place any people right now, but you see a lot of Facebook posts and things like it's a different world than it was as far as that stuff and how you get it out there. And I think it probably makes people do it more because they want to show their appreciation to their neighbors and stuff. So I think a lot of people are doing a lot of good things.
Yeah.
Who's doing something here in Greenfield? I always feel like, I read the newsletter, which I think is adorable, by the way. It is. It's like when we first moved here and like we stopped down at the town or whatever for something, there's like this little newsletter, the Greenfield newsletter. It's like, it's awesome.
Maybe in a couple weeks I'll start reading.
You might get, yeah.
Well, not really Greenfield though.
You can sign up for
Corners.
it. Oh yeah, that's right. Your Porter's Corners. I think they'd still send it to you.
Same.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Same.
I mean, it's, essentially.
Your Greenfield, your town of Greenfield.
Oh, that's right. Okay. All right. Welcome. All right. You're back in.
Perfect.
You're back in the club.
Did you go to the Madness this weekend down there?
I had to drive through it a couple of times. For the listeners, there was the town garage sale this weekend down at in Greenfield Center. I really wanted to stop. I saw some pretty good stuff. I saw the one guy on Route 9 that's always got the campers for sale. Like right at the end of his driveway, like right before the school.
Oh, yeah.
He had like an old antique boat motor. Like it was probably like a 5-horse or something like that. I really wanted to stop it, but I'm like, what the hell am I going to do with a 5-horsepower? I wanted
Seems
to
right up your alley.
I thought you were in old trucks and old boats.
I got a boat out there actually. I'm going to be redoing here in the spring because I don't have enough projects. I still haven't gotten that freaking fence done.
They had a hell of a crowd at the pot store.
Oh, did they?
Yeah, they had their 1-year celebration along with the garage sale, and they had a tent, and there was a hell of a crowd there, a lot of smoke.
It was a lot of smoke. They had Stewie's was selling hot dogs. They had that crew out there doing it. It was mob down there.
Was it?
Yeah. So I don't know if I've told you this. So that's downtown Greenfield Center, by the way, the Stewart's Plaza.
Okay.
We call that the DTGC, downtown Greenfield Center. So DTGC was bumping this weekend. It was fun. But we didn't get a chance to really go and get involved in it. Did you?
My wife and I went into the Lions Club and got a burger and fries.
Nice.
To support them a little bit. That's all.
That's all. We buy their Christmas trees.
Yep.
That's how we support those guys. Hey, speaking of which, what's the building right there next to the post office? And then we'll get out. I'll let you guys go. I'm just curious because you grew up here. Like, what is that building? That little empty, like.
Well, it used to be a hair port. Airport, it was called.
Okay.
It was a ladies' hairstylist place. And the people that own that built the post office
Okay.
and leased it to the who leases the post office? The government, I guess.
Yeah.
And they own that whole corner.
Oh, okay.
It's been sold now.
I was wondering what was going on with all that stuff. I'm like, I keep seeing that little store front right there. It's just always empty. It's my dog, everybody. He wants some attention, apparently. Well, thank you for giving me that information. I'm glad I finally know. I've been wondering this for years as I've been here. So, guys, if people want to learn more about Cornell's or they want to maybe find out about shirts or they're interested in auto parts, how do they find you guys?
Oh, we're 62 South Greenfield Road, Greenfield Center, New York. 8 to 5 Monday through Friday. You can visit our website, cornellsusedautoparts.com, and shoot us a call at 518-893-0151.
Nice.
Like our Facebook page.
Yep. Facebook page.
You'll
Instagram
see all
page.
the different things we do. The car show will be advertised on there next year, and the shirts and everything's on there. So like our Facebook page.
Love it. Guys, thanks for coming over to the farm.
Yeah, we appreciate it.
Thanks for having us.
Last episode in the kitchen here.
The finale.
The finale will be in hopefully a somewhat soundproof studio here in a couple of months. And in the meantime, you can, of course, always find new episodes coming out on buyinglocal.us on pretty much all the platforms. So we're Spotify, Apple, Rumble, YouTube. You can watch this video. You can see the shirt that I'm wearing. Yeah, Casey's waving to you guys. Thanks, guys. Appreciate it.